Today, we are going to talk about what forms you need in order to get a divorce in the state of California. When you're first filing your petition, you're going to start with the FL 100 petition document. You also need to make sure that you include the summons, and if you have any children, you use the FL 105. If you want support or attorney's fees, use the FL 150, and the FL 160s you're going to use as part of your disclosures, as well as you're going to make sure are filed with the court, and often you file them with your petition. After you file, you're going to have endorsed copies, and you need to make sure that someone other than you over the age of 18 serves the other side, and then you file a proof of service FL 115 form with the court. Now, you have to do your preliminary disclosures. When you do preliminary disclosures, you're going to use the same FL 160s that you did with the petition, and you're also going to file with it 2 years of taxes, as well as statements for bank accounts, credit cards, any of your assets and debts. This is so that the other side knows what needs to be divided and how much money you both really have. You want to make sure that an FL 141 is filed with the court for both parties, as well as the FL 150 form regarding income and expenses is also filed with the court for both parties. If you reach agreements, then you can file an agreed judgment. For an agreed judgment, you're going to need these forms. If you're doing a default by agreement, you will need to make sure that the respondent's signature is notarized on the agreement, as well as you're going to use an additional form, the FL 165, in order to enter the default. There's a bunch of forms that you'll need for your judgment, which are listed here. Some of them you'll need if you have children, and if you don't, you won't need those forms. Make sure that everything is filed with the court, that you give the court 3 copies, that's including the original, 2 large stamped envelopes to return the judgment to you that have enough postage as well as your address on them, and that you give them smaller envelopes for the FL 165 or FL 190s, etc. Make sure that you reach out to a handy dandy family law attorney to review your work for you and make sure that you've done everything right so that you are sure it will be approved by the court. Good luck.